Hey, if you're suffering with low back pain, you are not alone. In fact, 80% of the population will deal with low back pain at some point in their lives. It really is a big deal. It's something that's becoming more and more common as more and more people have sedentary lifestyles. But one of the biggest causes of low back pain can actually be improper sleep or even not enough sleep. So in this video, what I want to do is kind of walk you through some things that you can do at home in order to make sure that you're getting the right amount of sleep so that you can have as little a chance as possible of dealing with low back pain. So what the research shows is that you actually need somewhere between 7 and 9 hours of sleep, depending on age, depending on your level of activity, and just kind of how you deal with sleep in general. But the research shows between 7 and 9 hours is kind of the happy medium. So as long as you're falling within there and you're getting that quality sleep throughout that time, then you're right in the correct range. But the other thing that we need to consider is how you're sleeping. Now, the worst way to sleep, and I know this is going to bug some of you, is that you really shouldn't be sleeping on your stomach. It's one of the worst positions because here's what happens. When you're sleeping on your stomach, I've actually got an example of the spine here. You have to breathe because, of course, your whole front part of your body is down. You can't just stuff your head in the pillow, you'll suffocate. So you have to breathe. So what happens is you have to turn your head. But when you turn your head, what's happening, if you look at the back of the spine, is that all of those bones along the whole spine move. They all twist. And that's what puts abnormal pressure on these nerves in that spine. It happens a lot in the neck, but it happens a lot in that low back as well because that spine functions as a unit. So if you're turning your head so that you can breathe, it's actually putting abnormal wear and tear on all of those nerves because they're now not in the proper alignment that they should be. So the absolute best way to sleep is actually on your back. Because imagine if you're sleeping on your back, everything is going to be lined up exactly the way that it should be. It keeps pressure off of those low back nerves. Now, a lot of you are side sleepers, and this is what I really want to spend some time on in this video because there's some specific things that you need to look at in order to make sure that you're getting the best possible sleep on your side. So if that is you, if you are a side sleeper, what you have to be really, really acutely aware of is the height of your pillow. Because if you're sleeping on your side, what you don't want to happen, let's say I'm sleeping on my left side right here. If I'm sleeping on my side, I don't want my head leaning like this as I'm resting on my pillow, and I don't want my head leaning like this as I'm resting on my pillow, propped up, because that's going to put that same level of abnormal wear and tear on all those spinal nerves. So what you need to be doing is having that level pillow so that your head is straight on the horizon, it's straight in line with the rest of your body, and that keeps pressure off of those nerves in the spine. Now the other component, and this is really crucial for that low back, is that imagine you're sleeping on your side, your top leg needs to come over the top because it needs to rest on the bed. You can't just, stack your knees on top of one another. It'd be really, really uncomfortable throughout the night. Some of you might be able to do it, but most people won't. So imagine you're sleeping on your left side, your right leg is going to come over the top of your left one, and that's what's going to be most comfortable. But what happens there is that the actual hips, they get misaligned, and that puts abnormal wear and tear on all those muscles of the low back and the nerves coming out of that region. So what you want to do is actually stick a pillow between your legs. What that does is it props those legs up so that there's no pressure on those nerves coming out of that low back area, and they're stacked without being uncomfortable. So if you can follow those rules with sleep, one, getting enough sleep between 7 and 9 hours, and two, also sleeping in the best possible position for you, not on the stomach, but either on the side or low back, that's going to give you the best opportunity to have a low amount of low back pain or a low susceptibility to low back pain. However, if you are still dealing with it, make sure that you come into our office. We're Deep Roots Health Center right here in Northwest Arkansas. My name is Dr. Ryan Carlson, and I'd love to help you out with your low back pain. We get phenomenal results with it. All you can do is actually click on that button that's right down below, and that's going to take you to a separate page where you can input your information, start a conversation with us, and we'll find a time that'll work well for you to get it checked out, and we'll get that low back pain taken care of. Looking forward to talking with you soon.